Havells started its solar journey in about 2016, 2017, and in the past years, they have slowly progressed in their field of operation, particularly distribution and some projects to the C&I segment. I would say we have done fairly well in the last 4 to 5 years and have witnessed a consistent growth of 15 to 20% in our business. We have reached out to a wide range of customers and segment of customers, and this will continue to happen over the next another 5 years, I'm sure. At the moment, we have some of the best high efficiency solar modules coupled with grid-tied inverters, off-grid inverters, and on the other hand, we have a complete turnkey solution for the customer, right from engineering design, conceptualization, engineering design, and construction, and final handover to the customer on a turnkey basis. So Havells Enviro, which is the solar business unit in Havells, takes great pride in saying that we would be a one-stop shop turnkey solution provider to the customer, be it a utility segment, be it a C&I customer, or be it an individual homeowner. To me, I would say typically with 40 odd offices in strategic locations all over India, backed up by nearly 11 warehouses, and very strongly supported by nearly 250 service support staff right in the field. Apart from high-end technology, modules and inverters, which we have mastered today, I would say the reach and the service network would be one of its kind in the solar industry, especially in India, where solar now propagates into remote, deep regions and villages where electricity is still not stable. So I would say service support and reach would be one of the key strengths apart from technology. Customers typically look for a one-stop shop where they can be assured of quality, a good design, and a good performing installation, either on their rooftop or a C&I project or on a factory rooftop. So they look for interacting with one single window for modules, inverters, be it performance of the solar plant. So this is what they look at, apart from, of course, price and sales and service. Yes, this is a very interesting and a very wide-ranged question, and I would be very, very happy to tell you that we have great plans for the solar business unit in Havells. We look at this business to be growing regularly and constantly for nearly 15 to 20% and more over the next 5 to 10 years. We have, today morning, we have launched our state-of-the-art micro inverter. It's a dual mode micro inverter, and this is specifically targeted right now for the Indian consumer, and it's unique in a couple of ways. First and foremost, it is manufactured and designed in-house at Havells, and will be manufactured at one of the factories in Havells. Secondly, it is a patented design. It has 4 US patents, and we just launched 2 models of this microinverter, the 2M and the 4M model, which you will see at the booth. The best part about this micro inverter is that it has the ability to switch between the grid tied and off grid depending on the availability of the grid, whether it's a small house or a small commercial installation. Last but not the least, this micro inverter has the best safety features incorporated in it. Since it is connected in parallel in the installation, any amount of shading or debris falling on the module will not be a problem for the user, and it will get a consistent output depending on the sun. I think on the policy part, the government plays a very key role, and the business of solar photovoltaics basically runs based on policies, and policies becomes a key driver in growing this business. I strongly feel that the government of India has really taken good steps and positive steps in manufacturing, and we have seen tremendous growth in the manufacturing activity, especially in the field of inverters and solar modules. We have been eyeing this space for the last year or so, and we are keenly watching this space and checking its viability going forward. Thank you very much for once again asking this interesting question. I think exports will be central to the solar business, and the new product that we launched today has a great potential for exports. We believe that it has a great potential for exports, and our strategy would be first to address the Indian market, which itself is a huge marketplace. But yes, we look at the US and the European markets as the next markets to go, especially with our dual mode micro inverter and our own grid tied inverters, which will be manufactured in-house at Havells. Well, technologically, as I told you before, we have aligned ourselves with some of the world's best brands, not just for supply chain, but also on the technology front. So we will be having cutting edge technology and the latest manufacturing techniques backed up by our own in-house capabilities of manufacturing, which we have a history over the last 1 decade or so. So I believe that Make in India and the drive to manufacture components for inverters and the entire inverter itself, along with solar modules, we will be competitive going forward in the Indian market and as well as the export market.